Hey, good morning. It's Reggie Pegues here, the Prospering Dad. And I want to wish you a wonderful Wednesday, guys. It's midweek. I hope that you're having a fabulous week. I hope that the things that you set out to accomplish this week, you are reaching those goals and even exceeding your expectations. I hope that the things that you are working on are coming together, the resources that you need, the people, the information, and it's just that it's midweek and you're doing wonderful. You're doing great. Good morning, Clara. Good morning. Haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. So, as always, if you follow me on YouTube, we're now here on Facebook Live, and I want you guys to indulge me as I say good morning to people in real time as they come on, such as good morning, Stacy Pegues. Good morning. Thank you for joining. So you can see, as you can see in the title, we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about. Thank you, Clara. Yes, as you come on, do me a favor, please type in the comments and let me know where you're viewing from. Say good morning, so I can holler back at you. I love to see where people are watching me from, and where you're living. I love to see where people are viewing me from at all times. So type in the comments and let me know where you're viewing me from. Also type in the comments to let me know if you're watching live or you guys are watching the replay. You can hit the notification button so you know when I come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern. But let's dive into this content today, okay? All right? So today, as you can see in the title, we're going to talk about you want to change the direction of things in life. Now you can. If you want to change the direction of things in life, now you can. So I'm going to ask you this question. Do you obey the law? Now, I'm not talking about man's law. I'm sure that you don't go around and rob people, or you don't run red lights on a regular occasion, or you don't break the laws that are on the books. But the law I want to talk about today, I want to talk about personal laws. I want to talk about universal laws. I want to talk about God's laws. I want to talk about the laws of life. And the reason why I want to share with you about this is because, see, oftentimes we do not pay attention to universal law, universal principles. And this is one of the leading causes why we struggle in our life experiences. Many people take for granted, may not pay attention to, or maybe even unaware of the fact that what we get out of life is in direct proportion to what we give life, what we put in. The Bible says it's better to give than to receive. But with the wrong context, with the wrong understanding of what that verse means, many people think that if I'm giving, that I'm losing something, that it's going to create lack, that it's going to cause me to feel that I've lost something. But let's look at it from, as Jesus likes to use in the parables, the perspective of the farmer. Okay? Let's say that you have a great plot of land, excellent soil, primed for growing. It's just ready to yield a harvest. But you don't get any seed into the ground. So if you don't get any seed in the ground, then the ground cannot do what it's capable of doing. And that's the same as it is in our life. Good morning, Salika. Good morning. Thank you for joining. That's how it's the same for our lives. See, there are laws, there are basic universal principles that are unyielding, that they will never change. And if we are not obeying those laws, then it makes it almost impossible for us to enjoy the life that we desire. So, once we understand that there are laws, there are basic laws in life, such as, if you really want to have good relationships, then one of the principles and laws in life is then you have to be a person who is open and pouring into other people. You have to be that person that's helping to be more, to create a better environment around you by having a good personality, one of the things that I love observing people, one of the things that I observe constantly is that, and maybe you might as well, you know, have you ever seen the physical body language of people, particularly on Mondays or when they're going to work? They got that sour face and their whole body language is sunken, and it just doesn't radiate confidence. It doesn't radiate happiness. Well, there are laws that basic general laws that say if that's your mindset, because we all understand we become what we think, right? So if you're constantly thinking about the worst and you're constantly thinking about negativity and you're constantly thinking about your problems, good morning, Sheila, good to see you. And if that's your mindset, then that's what you're going to attract to you. Okay? So we have to understand that there are laws in life. If you want a better life, then you gotta obey the law. The laws of what it is for me to have a better life. What is it going to take for me to be a better person? What is it going to take for me to have a better environment? Why we experience a lot of resistance is because we don't observe the laws of life, because we're not paying attention to the laws. So therefore, we're not paying attention to them consciously or subconsciously. We're breaking them. Many of us say that we want to create wealth in our lives. We want to have time freedom, or we want to be able to spend more time with our family, which are all great ideals. But are you observing the laws to make that happen? Okay? We sit back and we want much, but we don't want to give anything. So that breaks a basic principle to, again, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. So if you have a terrible disposition and you're always sour and grumpy, people are not going to respond positive to that. The great thing about us is that we can always change. We can always improve. We can always get better. So if you want to change the direction of things in your life, look at look at yourself and be honest. Be truthful with yourself and say, hey, listen, this is not working for me. So maybe I need to change. Something as simple as, have you ever recognized that a lot of people don't smile? But when you see someone who does smile, it changes your disposition. So simple things, and I've worked on these things myself. I wasn't a person that was like that smile. Good morning, Jamie. Thank you for joining. I didn't smile a lot because, I had some things that I need to get done. I need some dental work that I need to get done. And so I wasn't smiling. But I didn't understand that was not promoting good energy. That my face was giving off an appearance that I was a miserable, sullen, sorrowful person, which was not the case. So I said, hey, you know what? Regardless of the situation, I'm going to start smiling more. And by smiling, it started changing my disposition. I started getting better responses from people. People started connecting. Or your attitude. Your attitude is that's like your business card to the world. So if you don't have a good attitude and you're running into other people who don't have a good attitude, let's take responsibility and say, hey, look, that's the energy that I'm sending out. So therefore, that's what I'm attracting back to me. And I can change that. So I can have a better attitude. Or I could just be nice. I could be mindful of the way that I speak to people. I can take responsibility for myself because, see, we all sit back and we're waiting for that someone else to be the hero to our story. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? Let me write my own narrative. Let me be the hero of my own story. Let me be the star. Because each and every one of us, we are the producer, director, lead character, story writer, cameraman, with everything in our own movie. when we accept responsibility and we write our own narrative, we write our own story. So whatever's not going well with you, first, as we talk about here, take 100% responsibility. Is it going to be easy? No. Are you going to have to face some things? Yes. But when you start to do that, and you start to take action, and you start to move forward, and you start to really change your self-image, which will change your character, which will change your outcomes. When you begin to do that, then you're going to start to position yourself to be and experience the best life that we all are promised, that we all have a right to enjoy. You get to shape your life. I was talking to my mentor today, and he sent me a little funny thing about something about the chicken crossing the road, and would he get, when the chicken got to the other side, would he be able to experience not being criticized? Good morning, Jolie. How you doing? Good morning. And I said, my response to him was something that I'm really adamant and vehemently studying, because I'm deeply impressed with the psychology of people, because the better I understand the psychology of people, the better I understand the psychology of myself. And my response to him was that we get to shape our own world. Now, many of you that are listening, and please type in the comments, let me know where you're viewing from, and type in the comments also, let me know if you're watching live or you're watching the replay. But many of us fail to realize we get to shape our own world. That what you see in your world right now are the results of the thoughts each and every one of us have on a daily basis. We get to choose. We get to choose. Many of us fail to realize that happiness is a choice. So is being miserable. That's also a choice. Now, it's easy for us to try to blame exterior things, external things for either cause. But here's the thing that I've learned through experience. If you are not a happy person internally, nothing or no one is going to make you happy. Consequently, if you are a happy person internally and your self-image is one of confidence, then there's nothing really that will affect you in terms of making you unhappy. Have you ever seen those people, and I know that we've all experienced them, that they're just happy all the time, all the time? And there's a couple of people on here, like my friend Jolie. I seen her, I met her through my last job, and she always had a smile on her face. The majority of times, majority of times. Now, nobody's perfect, but the majority of the time, whenever you encountered her, your energy, her spirit just lifted you up. You know, do you ever encounter those people? Or if you've ever been to Disney, trust me, and they psychologically profile people to have this characteristic. Everybody in Disney is so friggin' happy. If you're there all day, if you're not accustomed to that, by the end of the day, you're sick of these people. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to understand, it's a behavior. It's a choice. You can wake up happy, or you can wake up miserable. You can wake up positive, or you can wake up negative. You can wake up and, have the best life ever, or you can wake up by your thoughts and have the worst day, life experience ever. Enjoy this life. Enjoy what it is that we're doing here. And the last thing I want to share with you guys is this. Things go better when we understand the law and follow it. When we understand the law of reciprocity, meaning the more that I give, the more I can receive. I have a saying that I use constantly, that I look at each and every day, that the more that I give away, the more I get to keep. So what does that mean? Well, the more seeds I get into the ground, the more lives that I touch, the more people that the more people I get to touch. Yes, Jolie, yes, you're absolutely right. But the more people that I get to touch, the more people that I get to share, the more that I use my gifts, my talents, and I continue to walk in my purpose, the better it is for me. overall. But for me, in order to experience the things that I want to experience in this life, I have to give. I have to sow. I have to put it into the ground so I can expect a harvest. So as I say today, want to change the direction of things in life? Now you can. Because now you understand that there are laws that we have to follow. There are things that we have to follow. Just like you cannot push an elderly person down a flight of stairs just because they're holding you up, because if you do and that person becomes injured, you'll be arrested. There are laws in life that we have to observe. So I want you guys to be aware of that. Start paying more attention to the laws, the principles, the general things that you cannot change but are there for your good. And by obeying those laws, you can have a better, more abundant, more prosperous life. We experience resistance when we don't follow these laws and principles, and things always get better when we understand the law and we follow it. So guys, I hope you got some value today out of this message today. It's a great day. It's a wonderful Wednesday. I want you guys to do something for me. Go over to my YouTube channel, Hollis, Hollis 205, and I want you to like this video today. I also want you to like any video that you watch on my channel. Hit the subscribe button there so when I upload new videos, you're the first to know. Hit the notification button here, particularly if you want to follow me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern for this particular broadcast. And finally, like and share this video because somebody needs this word today. You are worthy. You're worthy of the life that you want to have. You're worthy of the outcomes that you desire. You're worthy to be, do, and have. Just take 100% responsibility. And as I said, obey the law and you'll get better results each and every day. On that note, guys, I got to run. It's Reggie Pegues, the Prospering Dad, and I want to talk to you again on Friday. Have a great day.